PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is James Spann. You clicked onto the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday morning, the 17th of November. Looks like a dry spell for a while, but temperatures this week below average. Let's take a look out the window this morning with our Skycam network. First off, the view coming from Birmingham. That's looking north from the Daniel Building. It's clear and cold. Most spots are hovering around the freezing mark. Down in Shelby County, that's the camera on top of the Wingate Inn. Nice and quiet down on Highway 280 at 5 o'clock. And up in Walker County, you'll look at downtown Jasper from the top of the King Building. Nice trough over the east. You bet it's cold out. And we'll see a secondary shot of colder air coming in here tomorrow, and that's going to keep just about every morning around freezing or below freezing for the next few days. There's a look at where we stand this morning. That red line you can see down into northeast Alabama with some 20s around here. And look, I called your attention to northern Canada. I see numbers as low as 11 below zero up in parts of northern Manitoba. Goodness gracious, it's cold up there. And, again, it's just going to be hard to warm up this week. But the one thing about the cold air coming in, it's dry. I mean, a large chunk of the United States will be dry this week. All of the action will be some snow up north around the Great Lakes. So let's look at modeling. This is the 06ZGFS, valid at noon today. 588 bubble over the Four Corners back in the southwest. And, of course, it's the wildfires in Los Angeles are a big story out there. But over the east, it's cold. And there's a look at the surface chart today. You can see that reinforcing surge of cold air dropping down the pike. And tomorrow, that settles in here with nice cold air advection and a 1,032 millibar high just northwest of Memphis. And highs tomorrow are going to be a lot closer to 50. We'll be up in probably the mid-50s today. Wednesday, it's going to be a cold morning there. We'll be probably upper 20s perhaps with highs back in the mid to upper 50s. And then Thursday, the thickness values come up a little bit, so a good chance we'll be up in the 60s on Thursday. And the weather stays very cold up north. You see that big 1,040 millibar high up there over Saskatchewan. Friday, we note a little moisture tries to return along the coast of Texas and Louisiana. Let's look at Saturday as we start the weekend. A strong vortex shows up near Tupelo, Mississippi, and typically you'd think with that we'd have some type of rain, but dry air means no rain. The GFS dry as a bone just brings in another shot of cooler air on Saturday, and then Sunday, the same deal. Looks like a dry and cool day. So at the moment, we are seeing no suggestion of rain through the weekend ahead. And there's Monday of next week, and again, that looks dry. So as we start the Thanksgiving week, things look nice and calm. And really, the next major event on the GFS shows up around the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. This is Saturday the 29th. And now remember, this is voodoo out here. This is no forecast. We're just looking at modeling, but there has been some consistency in this idea of a long wave trough over the nation's midsection and a big rain storm event here. And that's also, I think, the day of the Iron Bowl this year, the Auburn-Alabama game. So we wonder if it might be pretty wet and wild in Tuscaloosa for this. But remember, hey, this is no forecast here. We won't even think about forecasting that weekend until 7 days from now. We're just looking. And then the next day on Sunday the 30th turns sharply colder with a hint of snow flurries down into North Alabama. And at the end of the forecast on the 2nd of December, a very cold look for the north with that polar vortex around James Bay, and then fast zonal flow down here across the deep south. But again, all we're doing out there is just taking a peek. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on TV this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.